So many things that were overcome. I will say that the one of the most important meta skills from OM is to just be unflappable in the face of things literally catching on fire. Like that I have taken with me. Um, I'll say like the small and the large. On the small side, I remember um, one of the robots that we built like just stopped working because robots never work. And this is something I now learn, like now I teach professionally. It's like robots never work, especially when you need them to. That is the law, right? That's how that works. We had a robot that just flamed out or whatever, and I started. I was like a narrator in the performance or whatever, and I started trying to make like rhyming couplets articulating the failure of the robot as my teammate Dan was trying to fix it. And this is like now again 25, 30 years ago or something. Like this is a long ass time ago. And I only came up with one couplet in the moment, but I wish I had come up with more. Like I just kept like going and going and going. And so like it's not a regret exactly, but like I find myself again decades later thinking like, okay, I could have rhymed, robot with X, Y, and Z. Like I keep elaborating on this poem that I wanted to narrate and improvise. And it's not like a productive like sense of guilt or longing exactly, but it has stuck with me. Next time, if I have a robot blow up, I'm just going to keep rhyming, and that's just going to keep happening. But the maybe more like profoundly, I don't know, maybe more urgently, more personally. I think that same year, my team actually got disqualified. We were using a 1996 era MP3 player to simulate robotic speech. And so there was like certain behaviors that triggered certain robotic actions, and the MP3 player like gave the robot a voice to like be in dialogue with the characters in the play or whatever. And I don't remember what it was about the MP3 player that was illegal. I think this was before MP3 players were like understood to be like a technology that like existed. This is like before the iPod, before the Zune, right? And so like on one hand, like being disqualified for this thing was like it was painful. It was not we thought we'd come up with an effective human robot interface, and in a fashion we had, but like there was some kind of bylaw that we didn't understand and therefore got kicked out. But the deeper truth there is that like it didn't stop us from continuing this work in research. Like it didn't actually like the OM was the catalyst for this team coming together to experiment with like human robot interactions, in this case like human robot danced interactions. Like we came up with this the MP3 kludge to address certain kinds of technical things, or technical questions. But even though we lost the competition, um, I'm still thinking about human robot interaction. Like I'm still thinking about how humans robots can use dance specifically as an interface modality. It turned into like a research question that now literally animates my professorial career. I think what this is ultimately a lesson of for me is one of time scale. That it's possible to like lose in the short term, and like I want to acknowledge the feelings fullness of that, while also understanding that like one can never be fully aware of the value or meaning of the moment in the moment. This is ultimately a lesson in patience in a certain respect.